All right, and welcome to a special edition of the Milo Beasley Show. We're here with the WWE Money in the Bank prediction show. We're going to try to start doing this every month. I don't want to say every month, every 2 weeks, I suppose. I'm joined here today with some good friends of mine, Rodney Washington. How you doing?
All right.
And Cornell Gunter, how you doing?
Hey guys.
And we're just going to run through the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and make our predictions and talk about it a little bit. So first match, I don't know if it's the first match of the show, but first match we'll talk about on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship between Lana and champion Naomi.
I think this is, for me, I think this is Naomi getting a chance to really kind of build her resume up and have a few title defenses. I think, even though Lana's, she's always been a crowd favorite.
You think Lana deserves the championship in her first match? Well, that being said, actually, I'll let me preface this. It's her first WWE match. She's obviously been doing NXT shows and stuff before, but it's her first main roster match. Do you think she deserves a title? I mean, you think people should? Could I just go and challenge people for a title? Hey, man!
But see, they always say you never know what can happen in the WWE, right? So yes, Lana should get a title match, and she should win the title. Yeah, and I hope she does win.
It'll shake things up. I say that it'll be a way to make an impact.
See, that's the thing about the first time somebody steps, like debuts for title matches. Think about it,
AJ Lee. When Paige came down to beat AJ, it wasn't for the title, but she still beat her in the first night.
Right. Santino.
Yes. Oh, with John Cena.
Yes, Santino. So you never know when somebody, if they don't have matches to scout, how can you scout them, right?
It'll be huge. It will be huge. And I think it will do a lot for any storylines that they have for her going forward.
I mean, hell, what you could do is, hopefully, Lana wins, put Naomi that Money in the Bank, and
the same night.
That'd be interesting.
That could be hot.
So,
but I'm my official.
Yes. The prediction.
I think Naomi keeps rolling.
Yep.
I think they're saving her for a while to put that title on someone that they really want to.
I'm going with Lana. Sorry.
I'm going to tell you what I would like to see, and this is what I would like to see, and it will never happen. But I'm going to tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see Lana win. Okay. And I would like to see Rusev come back and win the United States Championship.
Yes.
Maybe not necessarily from Kevin Owens, but down the line. And then, I don't know if this is a WrestleMania match because maybe you don't want all the titles in the line, but you have Maurice come back and win the Raw Women's Championship. So then you have Lana and Rusev versus Miz and Maurice.
So Miz keeps that belt until that happens.
He's the best heel in the company. Why not?
By far.
That would be hot.
So while I would love to see that, I don't think it's going to happen, and I'm going to have to give the W to Naomi. But hey, you never know. Again, you never know what could happen.
And that is an interesting caveat of it being her first match.
You never know. You can't. How do you recruit? How do you judge against that? All right, another title match, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Challengers, the New Day, taking on the champions, the Usos. Rodney, I happen to know you are a big New Day fan.
But I like the new Usos.
Yeah?
I like the new Usos. I've been telling my wife.
I don't like the Usos when they're trying to be funny or cut down. I like this. The attitude. I had gotten tired of the old Usos. It was a little too hokey for me, a little too campy. I like these. First off, I like the music, Okay.
The music, it kind of gets me. So I'm going to go against. Is it time for predictions?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go against what I've been kind of face heavy. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm picking the Usos. And I hope they win.
Yeah.
I'm picking because I hope perhaps if the New Day loses and maybe they go on a losing streak, maybe we could be seeing the.
Who do you think? That being said, who are the two? Who do you think is going to be Kofi and Big E?
Yep. No. I think if the Usos win, you want Woods taking that loss.
I could see Usos winning in some type of dramatic fashion to set up something else down the line. But this storyline, this isn't going to be a one and done match. This is going to be a nice.
Do you think it's going to be clean then?
No, of course.
No, so maybe.
I'm with you on it.
I got the Usos winning, but I got them boys winning dirty.
All right.
Which so I like it.
I'm gonna just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna have to disagree.
Okay.
Just for sake,
gotta make it.
Gotta be the odd man out here. They're a 3-man crew. We're a 3-man crew. I'll be the Xavier. I'll take the fall. God, I'm gonna get a tweet about that. So I'm gonna go with New Day, man. Like, maybe another record-setting tag team title reign on SmackDown.
I mean, and don't get me wrong now. I like New Day.
Yeah,
I think they it's phenomenal what they've done. It's great what they've been able to do with what they were given. I just think right now, Usos is.
Yeah. You think they're money? I had Money in the Bank.
I think it's money. Money in the Bank.
Speaking of Money in the Bank, the very first Money in the Bank women's ladder match. Are you excited?
Yes.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
I mean, you think it's about time? You think is now the right time, or should it have been done?
No, I think now's the right
time.
It's
now.
I think for once they're hitting it right on the right time.
The contestants are Becky Lynch, the only competitor with 2 names, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella.
Yep.
What do you think, Rodney?
All right, I'm doing this.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna say it right. Let me lean into the camera.
All right.
Tamina.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Tamina.
No. I'll look right into the camera. The princess of Staten Island is gonna win. Carmella.
Yeah.
Dark horse.
Yeah, okay, again, I'm gonna throw out one of those, and please feel free to throw out something you would love to see.
Okay.
I really want to see James Ellsworth get the belt.
You know what?
Get the belt.
Get the belt. I want James Ellsworth to climb up and grab the belt.
You know what? That would be interesting. I would want that. But then again, hey, if he gets that could be awarded to
that's her.
Carmella.
So yeah, that's a victory for
that's Carmella's.
I'm gonna have to, man. I don't know. I think Tamina is a good pick. I really do. I think it's not obvious.
Yes.
Yep. And
she's established. I hate to use the term "it's her time" because I'm not a real big "it's somebody's time" guy.
Right.
But I
mean, you mentioned earlier, perhaps, if Naomi loses, maybe she ends up in that match.
Yes.
There's 6 men in the men's match, and there's 5 in the women's match. Do you think that there is a possibility of another competitor coming in?
Oh, yes. I mean, you got people who are clear sitting in the back, so Summer Rae, somebody could come back. That would be a great time to come back and insert yourself in that match.
But I hate for it to be Summer Rae. I just don't
Hey, she can work. They just need TV time.
I am going to have to go with Carmella, though. I think that with the help of Mr. Ellsworth, the boyfriend or the friend who's a boy, I think Carmella's gonna take it.
Let's go. Hey, see? He's agreeing with me.
He's expert. Exactly. But sometimes, when you're a leader, you got to be willing to go first.
Now the traditional men's Money in the Bank. I don't know if traditional is the word. I mean traditional ladder match. It was a 5-man, 5-person ladder match until Shane McMahon decided to put Kevin Owens, the United States champion, into the match. Like,
what does that mean?
So, do you think Kevin Owens? Do you think that he should have a singles match on the show, or do you think that he is fair for jumping into this ladder match?
I would let him have a singles match because he still has a U.S. title, and he needs to keep that as prestigious as possible. He's one of the biggest biggest wrestlers on a roster.
Right. I would think that the United States Championship makes you become the automatic number 1 contender, as it is. Yeah. But maybe you don't want to. Maybe it's an insurance policy, right?
Very true.
It's an insurance policy. Let's say you're Kevin Owens, and let's say you win the heavyweight championship, right? Mm-hmm. And you're celebrating with your 2 titles. And Baron Corbin comes out.
Yep.
After you've gone 30 minutes.
That's the last thing you want to see.
So it is. So this is an insurance policy that his number 1 contendership, he is going to be the number 1 and number 2 contender.
Yes.
If he wins.
That's very true.
If he wins. Now let's run through the competitors. Again, I mentioned Kevin Owens, the United States champion. The phenomenal AJ Styles. Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean,
okay.
On the I mean, there's been a lot of great Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Yes. Yeah.
This one is, I mean, pardon the pun, but phenomenal. Like this is, there's a lot of big bumpers in this match, right?
Oh yes.
So, I mean, is it the best one ever?
On paper, this really might be the best Money in the Bank match we've ever seen. On paper.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah?
Go back and look. It's heavy.
We should have done research.
It is. It is heavy.
Since Rodney says I keep going to you first.
Yeah.
Cornell, I'm going to go to you. Who is your prediction for the Money in the Bank ladder match?
I mean, he had this quote every time he was in the main event on SmackDown that had the highest ratings. Baron Corbin. It's time for him to be asserted into the scene where he deserves to be.
He has an advantage because he's the tallest guy there, right?
Yep.
So he doesn't necessarily have to go up all the rungs.
Nope.
He can go up a rung less than AJ and two rungs less than AJ and unhook it. You know, because not only you're tall, he has those long that. Yeah, that's an advantage. So you think Baron Corbin?
Baron, all the way.
To your point earlier, I want to touch on something before I give my prediction. Kevin Owens. I think we see Kevin Owens nearly win. And I think the return of Chris Jericho is earlier than everyone suspects.
Ooh.
I think Chris Jericho comes back and costs Kevin Owens the Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
And continues their feud. And I'm going to pick Baron Corbin as well. I remember when I first saw that. When I saw him on NXT. And I told my wife at home, she has to listen to me talk about wrestling. I told her that that guy is going to print money.
Yes.
He has it.
Yes.
When I see him, it takes me back to like that cloth that my favorite wrestlers are cut from.
Right.
When you watch Baron work and he's walking somebody down and he's giving them a beat down, I mean, it feels, it just feels for real. And I don't get that with a lot of wrestlers. I miss that. So I've been a big Baron Corbin fan. So.
I'm gonna disagree. There's 5 other people. Man, it's so good. Like, who do you like? You can make a case for any single one of these.
Yes.
I don't want Nakamura to win yet, and I love him, but I don't want him in the title picture yet.
I don't see Nakamura as the type to come in and cash in.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not like, that's not what the strong style is about.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see that, unless you remember when John Cena won the Money in the Bank, right? He flat out came out and said, "Listen, I want a match. I'm coming next Monday. I'm cashing it in."
Yeah,
that's
right.
I like that.
So you know what? Screw it. Nakamura is my pick.
Hey, now look. That's my boy now. I would have no qualms if they did it right. If they did it like how you say. If it's honor in the way that he does it. If it's a worthy opponent who's champion at the time, and he. Shinsuke is real good at selling the whole, I gotta do this, in order for me to achieve, I gotta go through you, and I'm cashing. That would be awesome.
Think about the international implications of Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. You could also make the claim for Canadian-born Jinder Mahal versus Canadian-born Kevin Owens. So there's a lot of storylines you can do.
Yes.
But yeah, if Nakamura wins and he comes out and says, next Monday, I'm cashing in.
Yeah. And
we're gonna do this. I am on board.
Yes.
I am absolutely on board. Absolutely. Which leads us to our what is the main is the main event the Money in the Bank match, or do you think the main event is the world title match? I'm gonna assume that it's the world title match.
The world title.
Even though the namesake of the show is the Money in the Bank.
Well, I mean, we had Extreme Rules just now. There was like
let's not talk about.
You could get disqualified.
Right.
In one match, or else you lose your title. So
the WWE Championship is no longer called the WWE World Championship. Let's touch upon that real quick. It's the WWE Championship. Do you like the fact that it's the WWE Championship, or should it be called the World Championship?
I guess they don't want to knock on the world and universe.
I'm hoping that it's signifying that they're going to get rid of Universe and it's going to be World on the other show.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we all know that's the top belt. Like That's the original top belt. It wasn't made up. Essentially, so
right, it has a lineage. Yeah. Like it doesn't have 3 champions in its title history,
which is why I'm hoping that it's signifying that the other one is going somewhere.
I would like to see a world champion, and then you have your call it the WWE World Champion, but then you have your Universal Champion, and then you have another champion on SmackDown Live.
Yes,
but not necessarily called the SmackDown Live champion because I can't. It's the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. That's annoying. It is annoying.
It's a bit much.
So if they called it something else and then had a one champion, we have a friend who absolutely hates this idea, but but have one champion that oversaw everything, and so fighters on both shows could have a chance to be. If you're on Raw, you cannot become a world champion. So why fight? Right. The object of this is to be the best, right? That's right. So if you can't be the world champion,
there's no purpose of doing it. I agree.
This is true.
I agree.
All right, so the WWE Championship match, challenger, former champion Randy Orton, taking on the current heavyweight champion. Did you ever think you would hear these words? Jinder Mahal.
Jinder 3MB Mahal.
Right.
Yes, it kind of showed you that if they want to do something with you, they can.
Yeah. Yep. And if you want to do something with yourself, because he's jacked.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
Hey, man, it's WWE and Vince McMahon is, when they say there's no second chances, there's WWE is the land. WWE is the land of second chances.
That's very true.
So you just got to go out there and work hard. Like if things don't work out the first time, go out there and work hard, and you never know where you're going to be.
That's true.
So let's break this down. Randy Orton. Was it a big surprise when Jinder beat him the first time?
It was. I was glad.
You're glad.
It felt because it felt fresh. It felt different. It felt like something. It brought back that whole you don't know for sure element that we needed. You know what I mean? So I liked it. I was for it at the time.
When Jinder won, I was excited.
Yeah.
First off, because I feel like Randy's title run has been bland. Like his Mania match with Bray was one of the worst matches on the card. And it's not a knock to himself. It's just this run hasn't been like if he was a heel, this would probably be different for me. But right now it's like Jinder. Right now, to me, he's bringing an interesting dynamic. We've never seen Jinder in this light before.
It's true.
So we've seen him on a different stage, and he's showing himself.
I think they're playing his character well. I like what they've done with like the assistants and the
the Singh brothers.
The honor and the royalty and the way I think they've really played it well, especially if you're going to be converting a guy like Jinder Mahal into a world champion.
Of course. I'll go first since I haven't gone first yet.
Okay.
Yes.
I think by hook or by crook, I think Jinder Mahal still walks out with that belt. Now, whether or not it's a clean victory, I don't. It's not going to be a clean victory, but whether or not I hope it's not a disqualification. I always hate seeing main events shows end in a disqualification.
Yes.
I can get by on screw job, wins, but hopefully it's not a schmoz. Now, we'll get into Money in the Bank, whether or not they cash in later. But Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. I
got Jinder. I'm supporting my man all the way.
All right, Jinder.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here that Jinder Mahal leaves. I'm with you because I want this feud to be over also. So I want it to be a definitive he wins, even if he cheats. I don't want it to be a disqualification because then it leaves the door open for some other encounter.
Some other free agent all of a sudden superstar that's coming back on the 4th of July. Yeah, I mean, why not? Mr. America, John Cena, ladies and gentlemen.
But I want this chapter to be closed. I want Randy to go on to something else, and I want Jinder to, be ready for him.
So with you guys picking Jinder, and then you both picked Baron Corbin. Mm-hmm. Do you foresee Baron Corbin cashing in on this night, or is he waiting?
I think he'll wait.
He'll wait?
He's waiting, and I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Oh, okay.
He's waiting, and he's going to cash in on John Cena.
Okay.
I can see that.
At some point in the upcoming year.
I can see that.
I mean, that's how you make a name for yourself, right?
I can see it.
There's no bigger name that you can possibly beat in wrestling right now to make a bigger name for yourself.
100%.
That's
I agree with that.
That's
I
what
agree
I
with that, and I think that's gonna take him from like the mid card thing. It's gonna put him right there in this main event scene where he deserves to be.
He's one of my dudes.
Yep.
Baron Corbin's one of my favorites.
All right, so that'll wrap it up for the.